Welcome back to At Your Leisure for our Thanksgiving Day special. I'm really thankful today because I get to do the motorcycle review, and this is it. This is the new Victory Vision. Now, Victory says this is the most advanced motorcycle ever built. We're going to find out right now. Victory spent 5 years developing it. It is a completely new concept in bikes. It's got V-twin throaty torque, but it's got all the comforts of some of the four-cylinder cruisers that other manufacturers make, but only better. Everything just fits so nicely. Let's take a look at some of the comfort features on this. Headlights. You've got dual halogen headlights, but you've also got a xenon center light that gives you an extra 50 yards of coverage on those highways late at night out in the country. Down here they have a built-in radio. It's not just AM and FM, it's AM, FM, XM compatible, and it also has an MP3 plug-in, which if you plug your iPod into it, you can control the iPod from the thumb grip controls, and you'll get a readout of what's on your iPod. This bike is also Bluetooth compatible, which means that you have the capability of going from radio to cell phone, from cell phone to intercom with each other, conference calls. You can do everything right while you're driving down the road, and it's all wireless, so you don't have any cords hanging out, catching on your legs or anything while you're driving. It's really advanced. On top of that, it has a heads-up display for fuel economy, range, fuel tank capacity. It's got distance, outside temperature, just like a Cadillac. It's got all this stuff on it. Coming back here a little bit further, you don't want to miss the fact that it's got a fully functional cruise control right at your fingertips on the grip, but it's got hand warmers, seat warmers for both passenger and for the driver. It has a low center of gravity on it, and when I say low, I'm talking about seat height at 24.5 inches. It's the lowest I've heard of. Also, for driver comfort, you've got this 18-inch floorboard that runs along here. You can take a standard riding position with your legs under you, here, 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 and you can even get an optional peg. And I'm 6'1" with long legs. You can extend your riding straight out. What a comfortable bike to ride. Ergonomically placed handlebars, you're low, you're relaxed, you're back. It's the way you want to cruise. Victory has thought of everything around driver comfort on this bike. It's probably one of the most ergonomic bikes I've ever seen, not to mention looking like it's out of the next century. The windshield actually is adjustable. It not only comes up, but it changes its arc at the same time so that you get the right amount of airflow for your desired application. If you're short, you want wind over, it pushes it up and creates an envelope high over your head to keep the wind out. In the full down position, it changes its angle so that the wind is coming more directly at you and you can get cooling. If you're a tall person, well, then it adjusts itself a little bit higher, and then at the very top, when you're wanting the most wind protection, it also pulls back to give you a little less wind drag and a little bit better performance. These are all really carefully thought of in a very unique windshield system. And then take a look at this. It's small, but it's big. This is a little wing. Push it out like this. It creates a vacuum area here that actually pulls engine heat out and keeps it around your legs. And that helps you warm. If you're too warm from the engine, pull them in. Now the air streams by, pulls the heat off the engine, cools your legs off. It's like a thermostat control, except it's on a motorcycle. Pretty clever, huh? Now let's talk about that center of gravity a little bit more. They've removed the belly tank from this bike, and they put two saddlebag tanks that drop all the way down the sides. Lowers your center of gravity, and you no longer have to switch from side to side to keep your weight distributed. It feeds gas from both automatically. Now, on the Powerplant side, oil over air cooled. This is probably one of the best ways to do it because you don't have antifreeze and coolant in it. You're actually cooling the oil, and you've got additional fins for cooling. You get a nice constant engine temperature. You don't get any hot spots in it. When you're riding this bike with that much power in the engine, there is an unlimited twist. Doesn't matter how fast you think you're going, there's always a little more grip you can put onto it. Now, for a guy like me that doesn't race at 180 miles per hour and probably will never go faster than 80 on a bike, the importance of that is that when you're climbing a grade or you need to pass somebody, there is that reservoir of extra power that you will always have at your fingertips. And you never know when you'll just need it. Well, it's obvious that this is a great bike for traveling long distances, but if you're going to go on a trip, where are you going to put all your stuff? Well, they've covered that too. This is a module that goes on the Victory for the touring package, and it's actually a trunk, a fairly decent sized trunk, complete with a light and an optional mirror for your sweetie if she wants to like check her makeup and take care of that messed up hair. A lot of space in here, and you can get a custom bag that will fit in here perfectly and come out. Same is true with the saddlebags. They're on a hydraulic ram, so they drop automatically, and you have all this space in here, which you can also get an optional bag to fit, but you can actually fill it beyond this capacity because there is extra space inside the door so that when you shut it, you can keep quite a bit of stuff in it. And we can't sit at the back of this bike without just taking a look at the sheer futuristic design of it. You've got safety lights in the trunk, and you've got a large multi-light V-shaped taillight right here that's a real attention grabber, not to mention the sleek lines with custom true dual exhaust. Now, there's still a lot of stuff I can't cover, but there's one more that I really have to, and that is the safety considerations that Victory has put into this particular bike. They have a skid bar system on it that's built into the design of the bike, which means this thing can't tip on its side and crush your leg. Let me demonstrate. You kick the kickstand up and you drop the bike down. Say you take a spill, that's all the further it's going to go. Doesn't hit your exhaust pipe, doesn't hit your undercarriage. It rests right here and right here. And when I say it won't fall down, it won't fall down. That's as far as this bike goes because of the center of gravity. So you're not going to get hurt. You can ride the bike out like this, and you're going to be protected. Then, instead of calling the wrecker to come turn your bike upright, all you've got to do is grab the handlebar, grab the seat, and stand up. The bike is again level, and you're ready to go. Now, if that doesn't sell you on this bike, I don't know what will. Well, as you can see, the Victory Vision really is a remarkable ride, the bike of the future. If you want to get a closer look at one in person, go to one of the Victory dealers here in Utah. We got this one from Tri-City in Centerville.